Hi guys, it's Faith and you're welcome to the AFM Stories YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the best moments of my masters in the UK and how you can make the best of your masters in the UK. This is actually the second part of two videos. The first part, I talked about how my masters made me depressed and things that I wish I knew. But this is like the other side of the coin. So the good parts of things, the amazing things that happened during my masters that helped me and propelled me towards the future that I was seeking for and helped me to achieve some really amazing things, because my masters gave me awesome benefits, Anyways, this video is to teach you how you can make the best of your masters. So if you're planning to come to the UK for your masters, or you're currently in the UK for your masters, this is how you can make the best of your experience based on my own lessons and my own journey. Okay, so let's go into it. So number one of the best parts of my UK masters is the lecturers, right? So my lecturers were so pivotal to my success story and my journey. And I'm going to give an example. One of the biggest highlights of my masters in the UK was being able to speak in one of the biggest events in the world, which is the Dubai Expo 2020. It was all expense paid. So from the UK to Dubai, they paid for my trip. They put me in a 5-star hotel. They paid for my feeding, for my travel, for my visa. Everything, like from my room in the UK to my hotel in Dubai was paid for. My journey, and I even got paid as a speaker as well. And this was one huge CV boost, because I was invited by the UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office to be a speaker at a major event. Yeah, so a huge part of getting this, and there's opened a lot of opportunities for me. That's a separate story for another day. Don't worry, the video is coming. But yeah, like the huge part of getting that was my lecturer. So during class, I was very vocal about my passions, the things that I do. I ensured that I connected with a lot of my lecturers on LinkedIn. So that's my first tip for you. Connect with your lecturers on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I am very vocal about the work that I do. And so constantly sharing about the work that I do, I think they saw it. And because in class, well, I didn't really talk in class, but this particular course that led me to Dubai, I was speaking a lot in class. And so coupled with my contributions in class and maybe the work I had been doing online, he was able to see and know that this person is someone of value, someone that can add value to this conversation that we're going to have. And really the panel was about, can we teach entrepreneurship? And because I was vocal about the fact that I was a business owner, and I shared my journey, he knew that this person was going to add value to this conversation. And I did well, I aced it, yeah. So your lecturers are such a huge part. Connect with your lecturers, be friends with them. Also, my personal tutor was so pivotal to my journey as well. She found out about like my passions and the things that I do, and she was so invested, recommending me to reach out to sponsors, to partners for events, going through my website. I ran like projects I was interested in by her. I also had lecturers send me emails, recommend me for events to attend in the literary space, So like your lecturers can do a lot for you, to be very honest. So you just have to build that strong relationship. I also got a lot of hosting gigs from my lecturers because they had seen that I host a lot and they recommended me. So please build a relationship with your lecturer, especially if you plan to stay in the UK. They can plug you to amazing opportunities. Number two, learning and growth. I think one amazing thing that I gained from my experience in the UK is I learned a lot. Forget that everything was complicated. Like at first I was like, what's happening? Eventually, I was able to get a lot of value. I was able to learn and grow. I was able to get a lot of insights, which have helped me thus far. There's so many new ideas, new initiatives. Even like a large part of AFM Stories expanding from being like a one-person brand to a company was based off of huge experiences that I learned. So I was able to incubate AFM Stories in one program my school had, the Startup Launchpad, and to structure it as a business. Also, UK Masters gives you opportunity to have access to LinkedIn Learning. So I did a lot of LinkedIn Learning. I learned even online, like they recommended a lot of like courses on Coursera. One thing that I know, I did an internship as well, Bright Network internship, business operation and marketing. But the point is, one thing that helped me a lot was I was always up to speed about like the initiatives my school were doing. Like my classmate, there's a particular classmate I had, Chintu, shout out to you. He too was also like me. He subscribed to all the school initiatives, and so he was very, anytime I do anything, I used to find him there. Like two of us were always jamming, we were always meeting each other in those opportunities. So like subscribe to your school newsletters. They share a lot of valuable initiatives and things that you can be a part of. And if you don't subscribe, if you don't pay attention, if you don't read the emails, and most schools even have like a career service, subscribe to the career service. There's so many growth opportunities there that helped me. A lot of the things I learned in those different things I signed up for helped me to grow. And I'm sure that even though that I studied in a pandemic, I would have maybe even done like a global trip or something. I do have friends that won awards from their school, like entrepreneurship funds and things like that. But it's because they put their ears to the ground and they were listening to what was happening. So for me, like learning and growth, the point is I had so many opportunities to learn so much that helped me. Another thing is obviously similar to this, participate in extracurricular activities. For me, I was part of the organizing team that organized like a major event for my school. I can put that on my CV that I organized an event for a university, but I volunteered. So like all these things will help you post academics, post graduation, because it's not just about getting a distinction. What other value do you offer? You're not going to get a job based on your grades. You're going to get a job on your skill set. Okay. Another thing that was amazing about my experience was the fact that I became a student ambassador. So it's funny because first term I wasn't in school, so when the student ambassadorship like advert had passed, I wasn't able to be a part of it. No, when they put out the notification for applications for student ambassador, I couldn't apply for it because I was in a different city. I did not think it made sense, to be honest. So like it was when I now moved to Leicester in second term, I now applied for it. No, I applied for a different one. So there's student ambassador, there's brand ambassador. Brand ambassadors, I eventually found out that it was even a more interesting job. So we do more like the talking, the more like the branding, speaking to people. Student ambassadors do more of like the really nitty-gritty work. And for me, I really like the speaking and interactions and networking. And I think that's what I got from the brand ambassadorship. So like, even not getting the student ambassadorship earlier was a blessing in disguise. And if you're interested in getting a brand ambassadorship job, I would say that one of the ways you can do it is understand the purpose. So during the interview, during the conversations you're going to have with them, and even in the forms you fill, you need to advertise, show your marketing skills. One thing that I know that helped me was when they asked me to talk about my undergraduate degree, I know they were just trying to know how I would talk about a school. One thing I did was I marketed my school. I talked about so many initiatives I did, so many things that value that the school gave me. When they asked me to talk about like my favorite experiences at DMU, I talked a lot about like the different things I was tricking myself inside, because the truth is you can't market what you don't have. But because I had been so involved in so many things, I had a lot to say to them that they also know that will be convincing to like potential parents and students. The point of student ambassadors, brand ambassadors, is to convince students and parents to join the school. So you're like a marketing person, and you need to let them know that you understand that, and you need to show them your marketing skills in your conversation with them by marketing the school, talking about opportunities, educating them, letting them know that you are a walking, talking marketer of the school. So that's how you can get that kind of role, to be honest. Also, friends, guys, I made amazing friends. I think that's one of the highlights of my master's. Like, I made so many amazing friends, specifically in my course, Ankara, Chintu, Mary, Josie, Kate, everybody really, to be honest, but mostly Ankara, Chintu, Mary. We hung out a lot, not a lot, but we hung out considerably. We had a lot of conversations. We were like on a similar journey. Ankara, I love you guys, to be honest. And also Leocadia, my fellow Chevening scholar as well. She was such a pivotal part of my journey. I think one of the most pivotal parts of my journey, because we're both on the same journey. We both understood the things that we were going through, and you know, we're able to share experiences. Plus, she was such a good cook. Hey, me that don't really like cooking. I like cooking, but I don't like cooking morning, afternoon, night, every day, 24/7. It's not an exciting thing for me. But like Leo can cook morning to night. So I wake up in the morning, I'll just see like this very nice, like what do you call this thing? This very nice pancakes on my table with like nice Nutella. Because I'm an ambivert, but during my time in the UK, I became an introvert briefly. She was part of the people that were dragging me out back to being extroverted. So because of her, I was able to go out to places, you know, come out of my shell. So yeah, my friends were amazing, and they were so supportive of my channel. Like, I'm sure you saw them in the channels, or share my content. I really made great friends. Tips for you for making friends: I think just speak to people, interact, go out with them. Many people are looking for somebody to make the first move, so be proactive about speaking to them. A couple of my friends, I actually reached out to them. Some reached out to me, but I actually reached out to some of them specifically. I'd like us to chill. I've been seeing you around in class. I think we should hang out or something. Like, don't be scared. If you want me to make a video about making friends in the UK, let me know. I'll happily do that. Also traveling, I didn't really travel, but I traveled after my master's was done, and I went to a couple of cities. I went to Brighton, I went to Birmingham, I went to Nottingham, I went to Bradford, I went to Manchester, I went to, I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I went to Coventry. I went to quite a number of cities, and it was really lovely seeing amazing places. I went to London as well. Yeah, I forgot London. London was gorgeous. The old winter wonderland thing. I do owe you guys actually some, what do they call this thing? Some vlogs. So I will share them, even though we're supposed to be a lot more corporate, but who cares, man? we're corporately personal. But yes, I do owe you guys some vlogs, which I'm going to share as well. What else? Another amazing thing, and I think that's the final, is actually starting this YouTube channel, which has now become a company. Yeah, coming to the UK during my master's kind of inspired me to create a YouTube channel, which has now become a very central part of the work that I do. Like, during my master's, I got nominated for an award, 25 under 25 awards for entrepreneurs in the education category. I was able to speak on a lot of platforms, you know, basically, like, because of everything I've been doing with AFM Stories, that's opened so many doors for me, and maybe I might not have done it if not for the masters. So like, yeah, the masters was actually amazing. And I think that for me, my biggest tip for you is, do not make your masters about your grades. Make your masters about learning and your experiences. Also, have something that you are about before you go for your masters. Like, I cannot even overemphasize this. Like, before you go for your masters, ask yourself, where do I see myself in 1 year, in 2 years, in 5 years? What do I want to be known for? I think that one thing that also helped me with my lecturers was that they could see the specific things I cared about. I care about public speaking. I'm already doing with AFM Stories. They could see it. I care about hosting. I hosted a lot of events, and I was vocal about it. I cared about entrepreneurship. And so when they had an opportunity for entrepreneurship, talking about entrepreneurship, they thought about me. So what are you going to be known for during your masters? What are you going to be remembered for? Think about that. Most of the opportunities that I jumped at were entrepreneurship related, you know. So like, know what you want to be known for. Build strong relationships, especially with your lecturers. And you'll be shocked at how that synergy will take you like to the next level. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't. If you're interested in studying abroad, winning scholarships, and acing your academics, subscribe to this channel. Visit our website, www.afmstories.com. Visit our social media platforms at AFM Stories. Basically, just check the link in the description box below. There's a lot for you on this channel. Alright guys, bye.